What's up guys, my name is Joe and we are back with another episode of British Guy Reacts and we're going on another facilities tour. However, today it's a little bit different. We're doing a basketball facilities tour. This one is the Dallas Mavericks $606 million American Airlines Center facility. That was a mouthful. So we're going to dive straight into this. If you are new around here, please subscribe to the channel. We've got loads of sports reactions, USA reactions, all that good stuff. Comment down below on other videos you do want me to react to and give the video a like if you want to. Let's go. Let's jump in. These videos are always good.
What's going on, world? Brand new episode of Royal Key there on your screen. I'm your host, George Kill, and I'm here in Dallas
Nice to
with
see
my
you,
guy,
George,
Brandon.
again.
Brandon, what's going on, man?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Good to see you too, man.
So what are we going to see here? I know Dallas, you guys have just retooled this place not too long ago. You guys have had some success, obviously. But yeah, tell us what we're going to see in the American Airlines Center.
You're gonna see a lot of cool things. You're gonna see a see-through court where you can actually look in while you're maybe having a meal before a game.
Only has one basketball court, okay, but features a window where bar patrons can look into the underground court and see players preparing for games. One court though, you know. I expected more than one
Maybe a
court.
little incense in the
Guess you only need
locker
one.
room. You're gonna see a lot of tall things, obviously, because we got some 7-footers walking around in here, so it's kind of vertically appropriate. More than anything, you're gonna see a great facility.
Starting here, the Larry B. From my understanding, you guys have 2 of these actually.
Yes, so Mr. Cuban, the boss man, he actually has one at his house here in Dallas. And then we obviously have this one here, which, as you can see, has seen some better days, but I would assume from, parade to parade and hand to hand, this has kind of seen some scratches and things of that nature, but it has character. And then we also obviously have our 2 Western Conference championships.
Yeah. One thing about
Those
this
trophies are
facility
nice.
that you told me is Mark Cuban wants an open space for not just the team, but also the opposing team. So this weight room here is not just used for the Mavs, it's used for the opposing teams, right?
That's correct. So on a game night, our players and the opposing players walk in the same exact tunnel. They continue to walk to go to the visitors' locker room. As I mentioned earlier, it's not very nice, very, normal and standard as it should be. But then they have the opportunity, if they want to work out before the game, to come in here and check it out. Strictly because Mark makes the point, you never know who's going to be on the team. Never know, it could be a free agent who we could trade for.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. Keep those players sweet, because it gives a good impression, Mark Cuban's a smart guy, obviously. He's rich enough to own a basketball team, but I've checked out a few of his podcasts that he does. I know a little bit about Mark Cuban. Seems like a very intelligent individual, much more so than me, but there we go.
And they're like, man, the Mavs have a pretty nice little facility.
He's got that experience.
One thing you're gonna
The
see
locker room.
that you don't see in a lot of locker rooms, a lot of them have that wood base to them. Very bright. We got it redone about 2 years ago. All white, very crisp.
What's the significance of the smell?
The smells are supposed to get alertness to the team.
Why does it give me gamer vibes? Like RGB lighting, and look at the chairs. It's like a desk chair with a little screen. It's like a little gaming setup there. We got Doncic in the back, 77. Compared to the American football ones we've seen, it's not as good. But the American football ones have to be extra, right? Because they have to be so big because there's so many players. So I guess it's a bit different.
Team really give a focus when you walk in the locker room. As you can see, there's also little TVs in each locker. It's to see the game plan. As coaches talking about it, they can look in and see on TV screens here. Around the top here, you see these little vents. That's actually where the smell is coming in. And Mark did his research. Casinos and different places, he saw that the lighting kept you engaged and kept you focused and made you want to be there, as opposed to you kind of coming to a dreary, dark locker room, you might not want to be there.
Who keeps the cleanest locker in here?
So I've seen both, which is good because I think that helps my answer a lot. What I've noticed is JB, Jalen Brunson, both of his lockers are super clean and neat. I'd say Luka probably has the most stuff. I wouldn't call him messy, I'd say he has the most stuff.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah. I'd say he has the most stuff because he has the most shoes, right?
You put up with it for Luka though, wouldn't you? Hey, who cares? Bring all the stuff you want, Luka. Come and play. Bring whatever you want.
Here, George, we have our training area. We have our ankle taping stations, more of a treatment tables. Obviously, anything
Nothing
you
flash
can
going
think
on
of
there.
technology-wise to get guys ready to play basketball. Opposing teams, players will also come in here and do training, a quick massage, something of that nature. We do have a chiropractor on staff.
Care to explain the multiple
Dirk. Big Dirk. How many have they got here?
Dirk bobbleheads over in there in the corner, and the Buzz Lightyear.
With the Dirk
Hey.
stuff, I think it's more of just a joke towards Dirk. That's been there for years, and I know with Dirk, he like hates to brag on himself. A big thing we used to do on social media, whenever Dirk would walk in, we put the bobblehead in his face and he'd slap it out of their hands. So Dirk, I feel like that was just an ode to Dirk. And then also we got a really young team, so I'm sure this is probably just a joke about Luka being so young, something of that nature. Obviously still more of our medical equipment, but we can go right into here. We have our hot,
Ooh,
our
okay.
cold tub. This is where a lot of rehab happens. Dirk religiously would go in the cold tub. He was a big cold tub guy. So the guys go in here to kind of prepare for games, or really a lot of times sitting here after. And then oftentimes in here, this is a lot of rehab that happens in here with the underwater resistance. We have one of the best training staffs in the entire NBA. Our head trainer, and I guess now he's actually been promoted to head of medical, Casey Smith, he worked with Team USA.
Have you guys ever done that where you go from the hot tub into like the cold plunge? Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Here is, in my opinion, like I said, the best part of the entire
It's like an
facility
old school
would be the
court, isn't it?
practice court. This is the basement of the arena. You got
Basement.
8 baskets, and they all get used. A lot of players actually will work out in here and not on the main floor. I know with Mark, his whole mantra is, you know, the one thing you can control is effort. And I feel like he felt like maybe that brick gave it like a tough, rugged look maybe.
I
Who
like
on the
it.
current roster would you say just in here goes like extremely hard that you've seen, maybe even, you know, pre-game or just a one-off practice?
So I would say in terms of like pre-game workout, one guy that always stands out to me when I watch him work out is Tim Hardaway Jr. And again, all of our guys do a great job before the game getting ready, but like Tim's workout is one that stands out to me because him and God Shamgod, our assistant coach, kind of worked together and gotten a lot better. So
Tim Hardaway Jr. has been around a while as well, and he's not new to the game by any means.
obviously that shows why he's shooting so well this season.
Now, over in this area, season ticket holders can actually watch the players in
That's so
pregame
cool.
while having, I don't know, a beer or a burger, something, right, in the bar.
Yeah, so we have a bar right here. It says Old Jack. There's an upstairs to this bar and a downstairs. So typically VIPs, season ticket members can come down here and Gentleman Jack and watch the guys warm up, which is it's pretty cool. It's not a bad view. It's
Very
a special
cool.
space for sure. All right, now we're gonna kick it over to my guy, Andrew Dunleavy. He's gonna show you the practice court tomorrow.
Must be good for placing a bet as well. You watch the guys warm up before the game. Who's on fire there in practice? Who's hitting all the shots? Who's missing everything? You know, place your bets. Let's see the practice
All right,
facility.
guys, now we're here at the new Dallas Mavericks practice facility, which we've had for around 4 years
so
now.
they do have
This
more than
place
one
is
court.
used pretty much every single day of the year. If our team's on the road, we're using this place for outside events. But we probably have the most active NBA practice facility when it comes to outside
Oh, so the last one was where like the arena is and stuff. This is more like a off-grounds practice facility. I'm
events
guessing.
and for practices.
Okay.
So we like to use this spot for tons of different things, from hoop camps, sponsorship events, community events. We've had 2 blood drives here. We've also even had a kid sleepover here in the film room. So Mark likes to keep the spot wide open, and it gives us an opportunity to kind of engage with everyone here in Dallas.
Connect with your
Now,
community.
your role as a facility manager,
Yeah.
what does that entail?
I kind of like to explain what I do. I break it down into 2 different aspects. The first aspect is just making sure that the building is running properly. So I have vendors for HVAC, plumbing, electrical, core maintenance, roofing. So basically anything when it comes to the building, I'm in charge of. And then the second part of my job is the outside events like I talked to you about. So I help manage those with everyone over in community side, hoop camp side, sponsorship side. So it's kind of a mix of both basketball operations and business side as well. So here's the weight room. So everything we have here is brand new. Obviously it's made for extremely tall people, from the racks to the treadmills.
Who would you say currently is the hardest working player on the team in this area?
Hands down, it's Dwight Powell. First one in, last one out. Hardworking guy, Stanford guy. He also does a lot of stuff with our community as well.
Is that the guy from the dunk contest? I think it might be, right?
Let's spend a day in the life of you. You get here at what time before practice?
7:30, 8 in the morning usually. First thing is I do my rounds. I make sure all of our systems are working when it comes from HVAC, make sure the temperature's right because we got to keep it at a certain level. I go back to the boiler room, make sure those are working, check in with all the equipment guys. Basically just kind of check in with all the trainers. I say what up to all the players. With my role when it comes to sports, anyone that's also doing kind of my thing, it's a ton of hours and it's a lot of commitment. Every single time the guys are in town when it comes to a practice. We'll have catered breakfast and lunch, and it changes day to day, but it's all the best places in Dallas. We've got all the snacks over here, Gatorade stuff, Kai's bars. And then over here we have our training room area, the taping chairs right there. All right, so now we're here in the film room.
These guys are well looked after, and that's why these athletes are sticking around longer than ever before, because they're being so well looked after, as they should be. But it is good to see. That's why Dirk never wanted to retire. He's just chilling at these beautiful facilities every day.
This is basically where we break down all of our tape after a bad loss. So we have room for around 20 guys in here. We have all of our video guys that come in, help out our staff, kind of lay out what we did wrong, the day before. We have a 90-inch digital whiteboard here where we watch all of our film on it. But we also have a 65-inch rolling whiteboard that's out on the court, which we usually use when we have a good win, where it's just a 5-minute or 10-minute type film session.
Now, a little background about you. How did you start in facility managing, and where did that come from?
So it's kind of a strange route that I got to where I am right now. I went to SMU. I majored in sports management. While I was there, I worked in recruiting and operations for the football team. And then my final year there as a senior, I was basically doing graduate, assistant level type stuff. Then I got a job in sponsorship over at the Mavs. So I kind of went from the operations side to the business side. I was there for about half a season, and then I kind of got the opportunity to be the project manager on the build out of this place. So I kind of got sucked back into operations, and I've been here the last 4.5 years. We basically renovated a 20-year-old vacant warehouse in 3.5 months into an NBA full functioning practice facility.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, Andrew. Thank you again for letting us come out.
I love having you by, and I love your videos, and I always like guys that come by and want to see the behind the scenes, type of stuff.
Okay guys, so that is the end of today's video. It was a very nice facility. It wasn't as flashy as some of the American football ones we've seen, the college teams, like the LSU one, the Alabama one. But I quite liked it, it's more low-key. I liked the brick walls and the practice court with the bar overlooking it. That's a cool touch. I like Mark Cuban's welcoming to the other team, the away team, keep those players sweet, I like it. Dallas Mavericks, you've done a good job there. Not that you need my approval, but I give you my approval. You've done a good job. If you did like today's video, please subscribe to the channel. Comment down below on other videos you do want to see me react to. Give me some more ideas for football facility tours or basketball facilities or ice hockey facilities, whatever you want to see. Let me know down in the comments and give the video a like. I'll see you for the next one, guys. Take it easy. Peace.